Welcome back to the Post. In just a few hours, you can help feed dozens of children who are in desperate need of food. Joining us on the Post is Larissa Ray from Feed My Starving Children. Thank you so much for coming in. I reached out to you guys because this is my family's favorite way to give back, to volunteer. And I think what makes it so special is that you will take and allow volunteers to be 5 years old with an adult. And there's not many organizations where us as parents can start teaching our kids how to give back to their community or let them see, yes, this is what our bubble looks like, but this isn't what the world looks like. And this is something
And it's so hands-on. It's perfect for young kids.
Yeah, it's so much fun. 5-year-olds have a blast. They always want to start out scooping, and they're like, it's actually really hard work. This is exhausting. They end up doing other jobs, and they're always switching around, but there's always a smile on their face when they're coming. And my 5-year-old came for his 5th birthday, and it's just so fun to get to share that experience with him. And he's like, Mommy gets to feed kids for a living. I'm like, yes, I do, buddy. That's awesome. So.
I love that he did it for his birthday. Describe to us what a typical kind of like volunteer day would be like for a family coming in.
Yeah, so volunteers can sign up on our website. So they just go to fmsc.org/volunteer. They come in. We kind of share with them who we are, what we do, the importance of what it is, and how they're going to be impactful in what they do. And then they get to do all that packing, about an hour or so that they get to be packaging those meals. And then they're going to physically be packing vitamins, vegetables, soy, and rice in those meals, which is really cool to like actually work with the actual ingredients. And then at the end, they do a cleanup. We just share the impact of the importance of the amount of meals that they made and they created. We share a story with them, so it kind of gives them a little bit more of that real world. Like, hey, there's somebody in another part of this world that is just as important as you that needs food, to really take that impact home. And so it's super important just to share that with anybody from 5 years old up to 105 years old.
So this is video from one of my packing sessions where I brought the kiddos. We have brought a Girl Scout troop. We have brought a hockey team just recently. We've brought classmates. We've brought friends. And it seems like those kids, the kids always leave there and go, that was so awesome. We want to go back, which is always great. Where does the food go? So basically you dump all the stuff into the bags, and then my favorite part, the sealing part. So you go and you seal the bag, and then you put them in these boxes. And I just want to share that one little group that we had. It wasn't that many kids, but we were all there working on this, and we packed 97 boxes in one. This is one like hour and a half. Is that how long this session?
Really packed for about an hour.
We did 97 boxes. This whole group with us, which feeds 57 kids for a whole year. And I left there going, well, that was the most productive hour and a half I've ever spent in my life.
That's amazing.
But explain where the food goes and why. I mean, you really get a lot done.
We get a lot done, and it's the power of the volunteer. We have a very small staff that we work with, and it's the volunteers that come in. We always need people. That packing room looked really empty. We have 140 people jammed in there sometimes. And our food will go to our partners. So we've got partners around the world who are working alongside us, and they know where those kids are who need it the most. They know what villages, what towns, what schools of those kids who need it, and we work with them really closely. We donate all of that food to our partners, and they get it across to where it needs to go. They get it through customs, and they get it into those places, those hands who need it the most. So it can go really anywhere where our partners are that want it. We can get it there, which is pretty awesome.
And you tell everyone where it's going. I mean, like there's a sign once you're done, and it says where your food is going. It's going to El Salvador, or it's going wherever. So the kids know that's where my food's going. And then I like to bring them home and be like, let's look on the globe. Let's look on the map. Let's look what kids
take
in
it a
that
step
area
further.
do.
I've learned a lot about geography working there. I'm like, where some of these countries are. So it's really cool to be able to physically track your food and say, hey, it's really going to a country. It's really going to a partner who's working so desperately in those countries to be able to get the food who needs the most. So it's not just going and floating into cyberspace. It's getting to where it needs to go.
During those packing sessions too, it's not quiet. It is not quiet at all.
No.
There is music blasting. The kids are dancing.
Yep.
There's usually someone on a microphone that's like, okay, we're going to have the tables compete. So you're doing it fast. You're working up. I've had some dads there who are working up a sweat. They're trying to like move things. And also you don't have to stand. Like if you are someone who really needs to be sitting down, you can do the labels on the bags. If you are someone who's, hefty and's got some muscles, they need a lot of people like in the back room, the warehouse, moving all the rice, moving all the soy. So no matter what, I feel like your physical level is, there's something there for you to do.
Yes, yeah, all inclusive. Anybody with any ability who has a heart to serve and wants to just give back to their community, to the world, is welcome to come and volunteer with us. We've got a job, and we've got creative ways to allow people to pack if they need special accommodations, things like that. And so it's great that anybody who has a heart to serve can come and serve with us, and we love that. And again, 5 years old and up is. Come and hang out with us. We have a party. It is a party in there.
It is a party.
Yeah,
It
I
is very
remember doing live
so
shots
fun.
there one morning for Good Day, and we had to turn down the volume a little bit. So I was like, we can't hear anything, and it is so much fun. But you mentioned a heart to serve.
Okay.
You have these hearts here I want to talk about.
So these came off my Christmas tree. These are all ones that we have gotten over the years. You do a really special thing at Christmas time where if you donate to feed one child for a year, you wind up getting one of your ornaments. These ornaments are actually made by some of the people who get the food from you guys, right? In fact, I think some of them might even be like from the packaging or something, like a few of them.
Yes, yeah. So our ornaments, so it costs $106 to feed a child for a year. So a really kind of attainable number when you think about, hey, like I can spend $106 at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to kind of see that, and we love to gift you that, and we do that all the time during Christmas time. We have our special heart ornaments, and so
These are
that
cool too.
They're
Aren't
so
they
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Really pretty.
This is my kids just love that.
I
When are
love
we
the double
going? When are we
one.
going to get our, this was
Yeah.
this year's.
Yes, and so inside that core of that heart is actually the Manapack box. So they've carved the Manapack box that you package your food
Is in here?
is in the core of those, which is really, really cool. So again, for sustainability, right, they're receiving that food, but they're also using the packaging to create things and create artists. And so we're creating living wages for artisans who are able to create these and provide a living wage for their families.
Right.
And then we're putting all that back into the feeding program as well. We've got our marketplace, which is jewelry that I'm wearing today.
Yeah, you have a
Which
store.
is-
There's a whole
yeah,
store
there's a
in
store
there, too.
So artisans are creating items from around the world, and they're making those things, and then we're being paid a fair living wage for those items, and then the rest of the proceeds are going back in the feeding program. So by purchasing the item, you're feeding more kids, and so it's just a great all-around cycle to visit our marketplace and shop our marketplace, to serve with us, to come and volunteer.
And going beyond just the feeding, it's like you said, providing a livable wage for someone, and
With
they're making beautiful pieces.
It's beautiful. I
With-
could never do what they do.
Yeah, wow.
No government funding.
No government funding.
No government funding. So it is, you all are funding this
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, our volunteers
that's
are
huge.
needed to pack food, but they're also needed to help fund our meals too, to make sure that we're funding enough to be able to produce what we need. So it's just an incredible thing that we've got people who are so committed to our organization, who not only want to come and serve and have a heart to do that, but also a heart to help fund that and purchase items like that where they're helping to feed kids for a year, which is beautiful.
Well, you make it fun.
It's so
and
fun.
thank you for giving us parents somewhere where we can bring our kiddos.
Absolutely.
That are that young.
Yeah.
And start the tradition early, because once you start it, they just want to keep doing it.
They
so,
do,
so
yeah.
thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome, and thank
We're
you
going to
guys.
put a link. They make it so easy to sign up to. Sign up early if there's a date you want. Go ahead and sign up early. But you can just go to feedmystarvingchildren.org. The place is in Richardson, our local one. You do some like on-site ones, but that's something you have to set up, right? Like if you were an organization that wanted to bring you all in.
Yeah, so we will do what we call mobile pack events,
Mobile
which
pack,
is when we
yes.
take those two locations. But again, you can find all that information on our website too. But our physical site is in Richardson, fmsc.org/volunteer. Our summer just opened up, so if you're starting to plan summer, get in now, because it's tough to
it'll
get
book
in.
up,
Yeah.
That it is.
That's a good problem to
Yes,
have. I
it
think.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Thank you so much for
You are
being here.
welcome.